So, as we know, already we have discussed that is on 25 September 2015, 193 states head of General Union Nation Assembly were discussed on the United Nations meeting, assembly meeting, and they developed 17 goals that are called SDG 17 SDG, or simply called as global goals. That means these goals are implemented throughout the world, irrespective of all nation, all race, all different. So these 17 goals consisting of 169 targets, and from the core and resolution of 7.1, that is United Nation, that is different targets for different nation. Already we have discussed this thing. And this is also called as Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030 means we have to achieve the goal and achieve the target, that is accomplish our vision and mission. So these goals are irrespective of all state, all nations, all races, and we have to complete or achieve the goal of the year 2030. So these are universal goal or universal call of action to end poverty, to protect the earth, to protect the mother planet, to protect from climate change, and other enjoy the peace and prosperity. That is the main motto of United Nations, and it is very much essential. So the goals are also growth, independent, cover social, economic, social issue, making works and our responsibilities. Not only the it is the duty of a nation, but also the sustainable development thing is also duty of all each individual, irrespective of all nation and race. So we have already discussed this thing up to five goals. So today we are going to discuss. There are different types of goals. There is 17 goals are there. What are the goals? Number one is no poverty. Number two is zero hunger. Number three is good health and well-being. Number four is quality education. Number fifth is gender equality. Number six is clean water and sanitation. Number seven is affordable clean energy. Number eight, decent work and economic growth. Number nine, industry, innovation and infrastructure. Number 10, reduced inequalities. Number 11, sustainable cities and communities. Number 12, responsible consumption and production. Number 13, climate action. Number 14, life below water. Number 15, life on land. Number 16, peace, justice, and institution. Number 17, partnership for the goals. These sustainable goals or sustainable development goals are the blueprint to achieve better and more sustainable future for all of the whole world of the Mother Earth. Uh, for human that we are living, but not as well as human, it is for all. And the address of the global challenges we faces. Nowadays, there are different global challenges we are facing. So, in order to keep in mind, these goals are designed so that all throughout the world we can live peacefully and prosperity. So, the address of the global challenges that facing are so much. Example is poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, justice. Everywhere there is problem is going on. So these 17 goals are interconnected each other. For example, no poverty, poverty interconnected to hunger, and hunger interconnected to food health, and there is also interconnected to quality education. So they all but 17 goals are interconnected to each other. So if we want to eradicate it or work on one goal, that can maybe directly achieve the other goals. So all goals are interrelated, and in order to leave no one behind, that means we are going to achieve the 70 goals simultaneously. So, where it is going to be achieved, the target is 2030. And these specific goals are different for different purposes. We are discussing one by another. is no poverty. Second is zero hunger. Third is good health and well-being. Fourth is quality education. Fifth is gender equality. We have already discussed up to fifth. So today class we are going to discuss from the sixth goal onwards, that is clean water and sanitation. So let's remember that goal one, which is no poverty, that deals with donate what you do not use. That motto is, that means 70 million people are still hungry and still under poverty. That is, we are beside the poverty line. Number two goals is waste less food and proper support people of farmers. Zero hunger. That indirectly do not waste food. Whatever you want to eat, do that much. Do not waste unnecessary. Number three, that is vaccination of your family. If you are vaccinated, then no disease can be touched to you. So, being good health, that is being vaccinated. So, in the last corona era, we are here to that corona, we are taking corona vaccines, and the government is also freely giving this corona vaccine to all citizens. And number five, four is quality education. This is help to educate all the people, all the school children, all the nation's people, so that the future generation, that means the children are the future of the nation. So they can give, or they can know what is sustainable development, how we can use the resources that can also change our life. So this is very much important. So quality education is also very much important for the community's growth and the people, future generation. School children are the future generation. So quality education is very much necessary. Number fifth is empower women and girls. That's to ensure the equal rights. Gender equality. Male and female both are equal. So what are the rights, what are the duties, all are equal. So among this male and female discrepancy, we should give equal respect to each other. Up to that, we are already discussed in previous class. So today we are going to discuss sixth class, sixth goal from this will be clean water and sanitation. So let's start it. Okay. So sixth goal is clean water and sanitation. That means every citizen of the nation, every people of the world also get one free water. That means water is available freely. But due to the human anthropogenic activity, people are not getting clean water for drinking purpose. So to ensure the availability and sustainable management of the water and sanitation for all, this is the main motto of the sixth goal, that is clean water and sanitation. So this clean accessible water for all is essential part. So this water is free natural resources, and this is right for all humans, all animals, because water is life. Without water, we cannot live. If water is get polluted, we cannot get clean water, then what happens? Our whole community disturbs, our whole life disturbs. So this should be accessible for clean water to all of the world, and it is also freely available freely for quality life. So basic water scarcity. Nowadays water is gets scarce because sometimes the groundwater level go below the level, and there is rain also not offering in this time. So water affects 40% of the world population. 40% of the population are suffering from water scarcity. It is a great problem. So target for this goal includes what includes? Includes program that provide the basic technology and water supply to all the people. So basic technology for sanitation is also required. What are the requirements like toilet and latrine that are protecting ecosystem to provide waste water, provide water. So sanitation is also important part of the clean water, and avoid wasting water is the main thing that we can do. We can do to avoid wasting water. If you are wasting water unnecessarily, if you are bathing or if you are going doing brush of the teeth, then just open the tap and running flow the water. So this is unnecessary waste of water. So small thing that we can save water. That is the main motto of this ensure availability and clean water. So this water, getting free water or getting a safe water, safe sanitation and hygiene is the basic of the human needs. That is for good well-being and health. That is because this goal. That one is good health and hygiene. Those are also interrelated. If there is pure and safe water available, then obviously the health is also good and sanitation is also good. So, but this is not accessible. The water is really not accessible to all. That is only 40% are, sorry, 40% are affecting for the scarcity of water. So demand of water is rising up because population is increases and the water supply should be increases. So demand of the water and demand for the sanitation increases. That is due to the growth of population, urbanization, increasing industries, and increasing of agriculture, all these things, and energy sector. Whatever these things we are increasing, so the need of water is increasing because water is needed everywhere. So the water has increases the demand due to population growth and already experiencing severe scarcity that already we have discussed. So it is time to invest or time to uh, invest some funds in the infrastructure for the sanitation also. And because sanitation is the important part for a good health and ecosystem restoration. And this is related to hygiene education. But education is also important. How to save hygiene, how to wash your own hand. These are also important things that should be necessary to teach all the peoples of the country. And this has been positive progresses since 2015. It is now 2023. So these actually goals are based formulated in 2015 and 15 to 2023 nowadays is positively progress. So it is seen that world population are know what is actually demand of water and how water can be safe or how water is available. So governments of different countries are working on that field, how the water can be get available to all the people of the citizen. So the water sanitation hygiene of a human is the main basic rights. So this includes increasing sector of investment capacity of building, promoting innovation. These are also very much necessary to this getting these things in holistic approach. That means water management is also necessary, wastewater management necessary. All these things are required, and for this there is need of some technological people, technology, and all these things. So these are very much necessary. So we this is a time to invest in all these things. So water is also essential for the health, drinking purpose, and to reduce waste erosion and the food growth of food, agriculture. See, there are different countries are also and different rivers are also getting scare of water. So there is also different issues are rising to conflict based on the water. If the river is flowing from two states or two countries, then the two states or countries should be there is some issue related to some the water flowing. So this is also happening. Why this is happening? Because water scarcity is everywhere. So in order to get peace also, we are need to solve this issue. So water scarcity is the major issue. So nevertheless, the country are growing challenges like water scarcity, water pollution, degraded water land ecosystem, all these things. So this goal number 6 is very much important for the restoring the water management or restoring the quality of water or restoring the good hygienic condition. So there are different challenges for this thing. What are the challenges? So large number of people or population growth is so much that they cannot get simple two by two a house to live in. Those. So how those sanitation problem are in there are different areas where much more crowded people are living in there. So there is challenges for getting safe drinking water, sanitation on these areas. So this is the greatest challenges. In 2022, it is estimated that 2.2 billion people are still face difficulty to getting the safe water. Okay, so this is very much challenging issues. And these 3.5 billion people are also do not get proper sanitation, and without basic sanitation they are living. So without proper safe water, without basic sanitation facilities, they are getting different health issues and family problem, health hygienic problem. So all these things are now this should be the main motto of goal to eradicate it of 30. So United Nations in related to the all nations, individual nation, they is working on this field.
water scarcity, sanitation are related to climate change? Obviously, due to the climate change, the water level is going to down and the water scarcity increases. And this climate change also responsible for that. Water availability is becoming less predictable or less available because due to this different region. What are the different region? Because uh, the increasing temperature, global warming, all these things, increasing industry, increasing pollution, we are not getting the water as we are previously getting. So the productivity and of the water is also decreases, ground level water level is also decreases. This is due to linked directly to climate change. So ensuring that everyone has accessible suitable water or sustainable water uses so that we can also combat the climate change. So climate change also reduced by the safe use of this water. So without better infrastructure and management, many people do not have proper sanitation. So there is a need of fund to get proper sanitation or infrastructure to get the people. So some underdeveloped country or poor country, they are not getting this type of facilities. So the developed country is going to help in this type of situations. So due to not getting proper sanitary sanitation or proper hygiene, different diseases such as malaria, diarrhea, all these things are spreading in the locality of the people, and then it further lodges the biodiversity and ecosystem reliances. That means due to that, the biodiversity also decreases. Due to that, the people also not getting well, and they are having very much living in a unhygienic condition. So this is an area need of this pure water to save the lives and save the biodiversity. So last point is for that what you can do. That is some points are doing by the country and the nation. But as an individual person, what can do this? The civil society or the individual person, they can save the water or avoid wasting water. This is the main thing they can do. Or generating awareness. You can also generate awareness how to save the water, what is the problem associated with the water, how to problem associated with hygienic condition. This is can spreading as an individual person. So this is very much good initiative that 2030 this everyone in the world get clean water for drinking or other uses and a safe sanitation. So for this there are observing different like World Water Day, World Toilet Day. These are the different campaigning their government is happening or we are celebrating in order to give awareness to the common people what is the water, what is the facilities the water and how water can be safely used, how it is depleted, all these things. To get awareness directly, awareness system for different we are celebrating different days related to water to and also uh, inspect the hygienic conditions, and that is also indirectly related to water. So these water issues are being resolved by the awareness and the motivation to the people to how to use the water and how to use the good sanitation purposes. So this is all about the sixth number of goal, that is water, getting clean water and sanitation. So as we are seeing that all goals are interlinked from goal number 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, this water is the life. So we are also focusing that on this thing. For this, we are working, and up to 30, this can be get solved. Mostly, if you are not achievable 100%, also we are also going towards that thing. That means awareness can be spread. To understand better what is water, clean water and sanitation goal number 6, let's watch a small video on that.
We all deserve to live in a world where everyone has access to clean running water and sanitation, and our freshwater ecosystems are safeguarded for the future. Water is our most precious resource. It sustains life everywhere, and we all have a role to play in helping the UN achieve this goal by the year 2030. Water is the driving force of all nature. Every cell in our bodies relies on it to function as it should. Water is needed for all life on Earth. But while the surface of our planet is covered in 71% water, only a small percentage of it is safe to drink, and it's unevenly distributed around the world. Demand for our water is increasing. Over the past century, our global population has tripled, yet the total water supply available remains the same. Today, over 1 billion people are unable to access clean drinking water. It affects all aspects of their lives. It forces women and children to make long, treacherous journeys for a bucket of fresh water. It allows communicable diseases like cholera and typhoid to spread where there are inadequate sanitation facilities, or none at all, placing a huge strain on governments and NGOs that dedicate valuable resources to making clean water available to all. But progress is being made worldwide. Foreign aid donated by governments and humanitarian organisations like UNICEF has brought improved drinking water sources to 90% of the world's population and improved sanitation to 2/3. Innovative products like the Life Straw, a cigar-shaped filter that purifies contaminated water, are making it possible for the poorest to access clean drinking water and helping to eradicate guinea worm disease across the African and Asian continents. While a new invention created by the Bill Gates Foundation, the Janiki Omni processor, turns sewage into clean drinking water and renewable energy, neatly tackling sanitation, water, and energy problems all at once. Simple solutions can save lives and help give everyone access to clean water and sanitation by the year 2030.
Okay. Then next point or next goal is affordable and clean energy. Energy is the main source of we are living. That what is energy? The solar. What is the energy? Main source of energy. Main source of energy is the solar energy that can be converted to different organic matter by the photosynthesis process by the green plants. The photosynthesis process by the green plants. The green plants are the only responsible for the producing food and the animals that are consuming the food, because no one can convert the solar energy to food. But the need of food, except the needs of food, there are so much things we are doing nowadays or developing countries are just energy. What are those energy? Energy are like electric energy and all the petroleum energy. So this energy that we are using, that is very much necessary for a country to run its business and to develop for industry. So ensuring access to affordable and reliable, sustainable, modern energy for all. So we are now looking different energy resources which are renewable and affordable also, that can be easily available. So this is the main motto of this goal number 7, that getting the affordable energy to all countries for developing the nation. So energy is also central in nearly uh, every major challenges and opportunities. So energy is related to power. See, the Gulf countries having petroleum mines in their own country, so we are depend on this Gulf country to getting import the petroleum, that is petrol, diesel, like that. So in our country, it is not available. So they are having most richer and higher. All countries are dependable on them. So energy, which have countries having more energy, that is more power. But what energy in our country also have, we also looking on that, because we are importing some energy from different countries that may be not affordable all times and not available also all time. So we are looking for affordable and reliable energy. Such example, for example, solar energy, water energy, wind energy. When these energy are getting created sufficiently in our country, why we are reliable for this Gulf country for this energy? So these are major challenges for getting air affordable and clean energy. Clean energy means the energy which does not generate any pollution. For example, thermal power plant. This is not clean energy because lots of coal are burning to get electrical energy in thermal power plant. It generates lots of SO2, NO2, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide that are and various carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, all these things into atmosphere. So this is a not clean energy. It generates lots of pollution. What is clean energy? The energy which does not generate any pollution. For example, solar energy. It does not generate any pollution. Directly converted solar energy to electrical energy. Hydro energy, wind energy, these are for clean energy, which does not generate any kind of pollution. So about 1.3 billion people globally have no access to electricity. All countries are not having access to electricity. Not all peoples in the world does not having electricity. So electricity is the major source of energy we are needed for running any household item or any industry, any country that is developing. So 1.3 billion people, since so many more people in the globally cannot get electricity in their home, they are living in dark. So target for this goal is emphasize in conversion of renewable sources and dramatic improvement in the efficiency everywhere. Although the renewable sources like solar energy, wind energy, we are getting energy, but this is not sufficient and not reliable and not affordable. So we are working on that. The reliable energy and it can be easily available energy. So this is one day this will be going to help the people, but this is in developing stage, or this is the main motto to achieve clean energy up to 2030. So using the energy is sufficient light bulbs and applications. We are using this energy because if there is no electricity, there is no bulb. So in andhera, in the light, it cannot be used light. Night they cannot be used light, so they can be live in dark. So this also very much important point for this generations and also future generation. Think one day without electricity and one day without internet, what the conditions we have. If mobile is also not charged and there is no internet access, so how can you do live on that day? So think if there is a 1 month or 1 year without electricity, without this internet. So we are so much reliable, so much dependent on the electricity and internet, all these things that we cannot live without that. So it is a one part of us. So think in future we are dependent on so much things that we cannot live. In future it is essential thing. Without that we cannot live. In future it is very much essential. So how to give our future generation these things? Because petroleum and the coal one day it will be finished from our system. So if you are not reliable on this other source of energy, then in future after 200 or 300 years, this is zero petrol and zero coal in the earth. We are utilizing all the things. So how they can live? For that we are thinking that is unconditionable or reliable energy that is available plentifully in the earth. So this is the target of 2030. Every people also get clean energy in their houses. So this clean energy is the 7 number goal, and this is also very much important for the people because electricity is the one source of energy. So clean energy, affordable energy is also key of the development to the nations because the nations who does not have any energy, so it does not have any power. So this is clean energy is very much required for a health and education purposes. And the world also continues to advances towards sustainable targets, and but no fast enough at the same place. And because we are live in a competitive, all things are competitive. So one does not having electricity, how we can compete with others? Does not have energy, how it compete with others? So there are so much people are there that are living in dark and no energy. So our motto is to provide electricity to all. Our life also depends and reliables with the affordable energy, and the consumptions of energy is also dominant contributor to the climate change. Obviously, the energy is the entirely related to the climate change, and around 60% of total global greenhouse gases is due to the thermal power plant, because thermal power plant we are generating electricity. So the electricity we are generating electricity, we are also degrading our climate in terms of so much energy, so much air pollution we are created. From 2015 to 2021, our total proportion of global population also demands high energy electricity, that increases 87 to 91%. Previously, it was 87% demand of electricity, now it is 91. So actually, increasing populations also increasing electricity, increasing in climate change. So how should we achieve this affordable clean energy? A well-established energy system that of all countries should have, because there should be a planning how we can get energy in a proper system. So well-established energy, that the main basic backbone of the country, infrastructure, business, medicine, all this high technology, education, so energy is very much required. And access the electricity to all corner of a country, to leave the people in peacefully and having quality life, living in a quality life. So ensuring this quality life, or ensuring the energy and given to all the population of a country, it is very much necessary to getting a main source of energy which is reliable and affordable. So for the many decades, we are depending on fossil fuels, only petrol, diesel, coal. We are depending on that. But there are major constraints are there, major things are there, which this is not reliable to that much energy, and lots of greenhouse gases emission takes place when you are using these fossil fuels as energy. So nowadays it is required to change the energy, that is energy polluted energy, to clean energy. So this is very much important. We are need of energy, as well as it is pollution free and clean energy. So moreover, global electricity is also demand is also rising, but electric supply is decreasing, because it is not adequately people are getting electricity. So without electricity, all peoples, women, girls, they are spending 4 hours in their cooking in outside, depending on food, all these things. So if the electricity available properly, then they are also working. Their living condition will also increases, and the status of the and the quality of life also increases. And it indirectly related to climate change, indirectly related to health, indirectly related to hygiene. All these things are related to this energy. So nowadays we are progressing day by day towards making towards developing the clean cooking solutions to global, not global concern as a global concern, because women and childs are very much exposed to while cooking in their field, in the kitchen. It is very much demand of the electricity, because without electricity they are forced to cook outside. So this also harmful for the children and the women. So ensure there's the clean energy by 2030. We must escalate the electrification. That means we have to increase our electricity demand, electricity production, and develop enable policies and regulation about this pollution, air pollution. So we are about this clean energy, all the things. So government are also trying to increase this thing, or getting how to increase the clean energy. Also nowadays there are so many cars that are running on battery. So cars are running battery, but what is the constant? It's having cost is very much high as compared to the petrol diesel car. So government has tried to give some subsidies who are purchasing the electric car. So this is one initiative, rule policies by the government that contributes to stop air pollution and contribute some extent to climate change and contribute towards the clean energy system. These are the government taking some steps for green energy initiatives, and energy services and are also key preventing diseases and pandemics. So when emergency conditions, we are also need of some energy for healthcare, agriculture, and all these hygienic conditions. So energy, and that is should be clean energy, is very much important. how can fix this issue? This fix issue is to mainly things we are innovating some technology that produces energy cheaply, and that should be clean energy. So this is the called eco electricity. That means the electricity or the eco energy. That means the energy does not produce any harm any things toward the ecosystem, or does not pollute our ecosystem, or that is a clean energy. So there are so much thing investor like mainly government are investing so much money for that. But among the governments, there are some others are NGOs, other industries, other organizations. They are also helping and to the research and development section to develop this type of technology. So one day we should be getting 100% depend on 100% this clean energy. That day the energy should be cheap, and we are living in a good life with good life and proper sleep. So this is all about this and clean energy, affordable clean energy. For better understanding, let's watch on video.
Earth is a beautiful planet. Everyone wants to protect it, but with more and more people living here, the demand for energy is rising. The United Nations has made it a priority to make affordable electricity and clean energy accessible to everyone by 2030. So we can do simple things, like cook food to sustain ourselves and our families. And extraordinary things, like explore outer space, with minimal impact on the world around us. Electricity was invented in the 1800s. It sparked a transformation for millions of people around the world and revolutionized how they lived. But 1.2 billion people still don't have access to electricity. For them, life is a challenge. But new clean energies like solar power, which converts sunlight into electricity, and wind turbines, which convert kinetic energy, are making it easier and more sustainable to supply and access electricity. It's imperative that we continue to invest in renewable energies, not just for ourselves, but for the health of the Earth too. For centuries, mankind has mined the Earth for fossil fuels like crude oil and coal to manufacture goods and power transportation. But when consumed, fossil fuels emit dangerous toxins that contribute towards climate change by increasing the temperature of Earth's atmosphere. And our harnessing of nuclear power has also proved catastrophic, as evidenced by the Fukushima disaster in 2011. Our reliance on these kinds of energies has had consequences. But it's possible to reverse some of the damage we've caused. Progress is being made. Between 1990 and 2010, the number of people with access to electricity increased by 1.7 billion. In California alone, there are more than 242,000 solar projects throughout the state. And cool new technologies are helping us generate 20% of global power from renewable sources. In the City of London, the body heat of commuters is being harvested and used to heat homes. Did you know that the vibrations produced when revelers hit the dance floor can be stored and transformed into clean energy in special tiles using piezoelectric harvesting technologies? We can all be a part of the solution to generate a revolution in energy production and consumption by 2030.
Okay, so this is seventh goal. Now comes to eighth number of goal. Eighth goal, that is decent work and economic growth. And the main motto is to the goal is to promote and sustain inclusive, sustainable economic growth and cool and productive employment and decent work for all. All people of the country should be decently working and and getting all job so that they can work in good conditions and they have earn money and having good employment so they can be the poverty and hunger can be eradicated. So this sustainable economic growth is also very much essential and this is required for the society to create a condition that people allow good quality job. So all people should getting well job and having educated, qualified. So see, the growth of economic growth is also required. So decent sustainable economic growth that means not extraordinary growth, but it depends or it maintains all the necessary of the present situations so that can be the people can live having life happily and purpose. So 75 million peoples that are living in the nowadays that are very much age between 15 and 24 are estimated to be unemployed and out of school globally. They are not going to school, not getting any job, so they are very much harsh situation. So the country which have been lots of unemployed, obviously the country is not developed. So education, employment, this is the key success of the growth of the development of a country. So this goal targets closing the gap of the using innovations as well as separating growth from the ecosystem or degradation. That means it is the bridges between this innovation and the degradation ecosystem. That is, people are working in a good condition, in a good hygienic condition, in a good ecosystem. So obviously they are educated. So all are having awareness of the climate change, what is sustainable development. So all things are interrelated. So this is also about to promoting inclusive sustainable economic growth and employment for the all work. So how to promote this economic growth? This is the main motto of this column, right? That is decent work and economic growth. So multiple crises are also facing by the global economy under various threats, such as real GDP is also lower for some countries. That is very much alarming condition, and this is also per capita income, per capital growth. That is also very much low for the people of underdeveloped country or some countries. But for developing country, it is already they have working on that. So we have to increase the GDP of a whole country as well as per capita income of the every people. So globally, this productivity, labor productivity increases and unemployment rate will be decreases. This will be the motto. Unemployment rate should be decreases. Why we are working on this field or this goal is for that. However, more progress is needed to increase this employment activity. What are the steps? What are the things we have to work that should be increase the employment? This is very much necessary for a developing country, especially for the young people or youth. When the people or the people are after education, the students after education, when they are going to not getting job, they are frustrated and also they are involved in many crime activity and other unsocial activity. This should be stopped, and the people or the person is having a good job, a decent quality life. Why he should be or she should be involved in this type of activity, on social activity. So this is very much necessary for a country that for sustainable development and sustainable development growth is also required. So this also reduce this unemployment and all the poverty of the persons of the family. So the global unemployment declined since in 2015 to 2022, 5.4% also decline. Also, that means the unemployment is declined. That means we are getting employment. But due to 2020, due to the COVID-19, again we are lagging on that. The unemployment increases from 5.4 to 6.3. So due to the COVID era, the goal is hampered some time. So now this COVID is gone, and we are again working on this. So decent work. Here there you call decent work. So what do you mean by decent work? Decent work is one thing, or decent work means opportunity to everyone to get work that is also productive and deliver a fair income. That's called decent work. This is the definition of decent work. That means by getting this type of decent work, every people of the country, they are living happily and the quality of life also increases. So security in the workplace and social protection to the family, all the things are interrelated. Better prospects of the personal development also and social integration. If people are earning well, getting a good job, good life, then all social activities, better life for the family, for the children, for the women, and the social integrations, so all things are also included. So a continuing lack of decent work, which means insufficient investment, insufficient development, that is also related. So that is, we should need or we should invest so many funds such that people are getting decent job and opportunity to work, decent work or decent job. So that should be increases the social life. So for achieving this, there are different challenges are there. What are the challenges? The persistent challenges of work is lack of insufficient investment. With no money, then how you can invest or for the getting a job or getting a good decent job? So must for this, the government and the different organizations, they are working on that. Achieving this goal 8 is a wholesome reform of the financial system. That means if we have proper financial system, then we should working on that. So we had to reform the financial system and budget so that all people are getting good job and good quality of life. So sustain and invasive economic growth can be drive the processes and create decent jobs for living standards. This is necessary, but this is very much important thing. Or investment of money in a proper way. This is the success for the whole. So people are unemployed. That means they are not getting job. So total unemployed people are involved in different types of activities that are very much dangerous for the society. So after pandemic situation, that is after COVID-19 era, again people are going for work other place to place, and they are living in a normal life. So government also take different initiatives, different schemes to promote the economic growth of the people. So providing a different opportunity or job, investing money in education, these are the different steps that can be taken, and providing the youth the skill, if one having skill and one having not skill. So skilled people are getting a good job. So the government has tried to give scheme and provide skill for a particular thing, for a particular youth. So skill based job is also very much necessary, as well as investment also. Government also work to build dynamic, sustainable and initiative, people and economic, all these things are related to this youth employment and working or women employment also. In particular, decent work will be decent, getting a decent job, he also needs. So in implicating this adequate health and safety measures and also promoting this supportive working environment, these are the different steps of fundamental rights or fundamental things to protect the safety of workers, living the good health. If you are getting a job, then if you are maintaining a good health and getting a standard life, living a standard life. So this is all are interrelated. How these peoples, how the people of the society that are living with a decent work and having economic growth. The economic growth is related to the poverty or all this. So all goals are interrelated. So we have focused this on employment and getting a good job to the people. Okay, this is goal number 8. For detailed understanding what is this goal number 8, let's watch a small video.
When we work, we get paid, so we can buy the things we need. But work also gives us a purpose in life. When we provide a service to people who need it, or work as part of a team to achieve a goal, that makes us feel good. Everyone wants to earn a living by working good jobs in safe environments. When there are enough good jobs to go around, communities are stronger. People can use their unique skills to make things or provide services that people need, in the knowledge that their health and well-being is protected in the workplace, and that they will get paid properly for the work they do. But when there aren't enough good jobs to go around, people don't have a lot of money to spend. So the demand for cheap things goes up, and that leads businesses to cut back. They employ less people, they pay their workers less money, and stop investing in important things like safety in the workplace. But good people everywhere are working hard to protect jobs and workers' rights. In some countries, farm workers are employed to do back-breaking work for long hours and paid very little for their efforts. So governments are passing laws making it illegal for farm workers to be paid anything less than a basic living wage. Companies are offering free workplace safety training, making it easier for businesses to protect their workers and for workers to protect themselves, so that all employees come home safe and sound after a hard day's work. Work should be safe, enjoyable, and rewarding for everyone. And everyone should be paid enough to afford a good life.
Okay. Then goal number 9. Goal number 9 is the industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And this is the advanced goal that is interrelated to all these previous goals to build the resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster investor decision. This is the main motto of this goal number 9. That is, requires lots of fund to project and that provide the basic infrastructure. That means for a developing country or developed country, infrastructure is very much necessary. And for infrastructure, there is a need of industry also there. And for that, innovation is needed and infrastructure is also needed. So for sustainable development, we need sustainable infrastructure, sustainable industry, and very much investment are there and need fund to do that. So all the things are related to this goal number 9. So we, United Nations, with the help of these other countries of the world, they are also going to be set a goal that is developing infrastructure, sustainable infrastructure, and that can be achieved by 2030. So these goals is very much essential for the standards, living standards, and development of a country. So investment infrastructure are crucial to achieve sustainable development because without money and without investment, one cannot work on these principles or of these goals. So fund is needed, infrastructure is needed. So target for this goal also include fostering an innovative, environmental friendly, sound approach for industrial development. Nowadays, what's happened? The industry are fully reliable on the pollutant based thing. That means we are just making products and without knowing the consequences or without the thinking the consequences of this byproduct that are discarded by this environment. So making industry, development of industry is essential for the development of industry. But industry development is okay, but what are the byproducts of pollutant that are released to environment? We are not thinking that. In this goal, we are rethinking the approaches that is environmental friendly or eco-friendly approaches to develop the industry or infrastructure. This is a next or higher level thinking. So the future generations are working or having a good life, and we are working on this sustainable development or sustainable development for the country. Think of innovations in new ways and proposals the purpose of the old material. That means when this is also required to more innovative way, thinking more innovative way, and more proposals or more infrastructure should be needed. So this is very much necessary. So what happens when we are thinking about the environment? Whenever we are thinking about the environment, the people which are working the environment and that is very much the environmentalists, we have to take the help of also them. So what are the steps that can be included or think innovative ways so the environment degradation can be happen in a minimum ways or no, that is in a clean way. So this building this resilient infrastructure promote this sustainable industrialization. That means hem- without hampering in a low risk or minimum, we are developing the infrastructure or industry. This is very much great invention. So that requires invention, investment, both are required. So economic growth is also direct related to this goal number 9. Economic growth, social development, and the climate actions. All these things are heavily dependent on this investment and infrastructure, so sustainable development and technology development also. So in the face of the rapidly challenging global economic cases, so increasing inequality, increasing poverty, all the things we cannot develop these things. So to think in a new way, we have to work on the previous goal to achieve to work on this goal. So during COVID-19, we are just in pandemic, global manufacturing, all the systems, economic growth, all are stopped in for a while because after pandemic economy, now we are again rethinking to this thing that can be achieved in a sustainable way. So primarily due to high inflation of the energy prices and the material prices of the infrastructure buildings and other things, we cannot thinking about this. So we have to think low in prices things that can be available easily, that can so the country they can develop a sustainable infrastructure among for this. For example, if you are using a brick that made up of soil, that can be higher economic or higher environmental cost as compared to when you are using a fly ash. Because fly ash is a waste product from the coal industry or from the thermal power plant that is reused in the form of bricks, and that is also lightweight and cheap in the coastal. So this type of thing we can be think how to utilize the waste and how to reduce the waste in the form of a sustainable infrastructure development. So,
So we will discuss in next class remaining strategy. So stop here. We should stop here. Okay. Good night.